nowadays, if you talk about my trucks have more than 10 to 12 sensors within the trucks, which are generating value data from it. That's what
Correct.
we have built IoT-based control tower, which takes all this data from different sensors and giving me live tracking of vehicles. Not just live tracking, it give me, driver performance insights also, which we are monitoring on a real-time basis. Proactive alerts of, delays happening, any risk which is happening on the road. Not only that, I think we have reached to the stage of predictive planning using AI also. So I would say what is now change here, Simran, is the speed, scale, and accuracy of execution have reached to the next level, but still solving this same problem with innovative way, I would say. This innovation helped me to do my better job, right? This is a mindset change. We work very, very closely where users are saying that I have got something which is changing my work style, which is bringing efficiency to my work style. Not just they are saying that it's a new tool which is IT is putting on us. So from that way, I think we have changed that mindset, and that helped us a lot as well.
Hi, you're watching The Mainstream. I'm Simran Shivalkar, your host for today, and we are back with a new episode from our exclusive series called Voice of CIO. Today, I'm thrilled to welcome our guest speaker for this episode, Mr. Harvinder Singh Banga. Mr. Banga, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. While he needs no introduction, I will quickly take this opportunity to share a few things about Mr. Banga. He is currently the Chief Information Officer at Darcl Logistics Limited, and with over 25 years of leadership experience in both technology and logistics, Harvinder has been a key figure in shaping the future of digital transformation within the logistics sector. His work has not only transformed the operational landscape at Darcl Logistics, but it has also earned him national recognition and accolades as one of the foremost thought leaders in logistics technology. As a technology strategist and a global leader, he has led complex IT strategies across 250 plus units in 41 countries, managing the integration of advanced technologies at a scale few others can. In today's conversation, we'll take a deep dive into his journey, his approach towards digital transformation, also his vision for the future of logistics sector. We'll explore what drives him, the challenges that have come across his way, and also get some incredible insights on the evolving role of CIOs in today's day and age. So stay tuned and watch the space for more. Harvinder, firstly, thank you so much and welcome to the series. Like I said, you've been at the forefront of digital transformation when we talk about logistics, and for more than 25 years now. Looking back, any key moment that you want to share with us and how this journey has been throughout?
Yeah, sure. So, Simon, thanks for first having me in this web series. So, probably I would say, to be honest, I got into logistics by chance, not by choice. At that time, I think there was no aspiration where people were aspiring towards this industry. And when I started my career, I started as a hardcore programmer. And when I started my career, almost close to early 2000 or late 1999, I would say. At that time, new multinational companies were coming in India, and a lot of my friends were joining those tech companies, and I was getting into logistics segment. So somehow I also realized after 2 years that what I'm doing in logistics sector, where everything is so much unstructured, a lot of paper based work is going on, and I'm always around drivers and operationals and hub kind of people. And when I'm looking at my other peers and friends in overall industry, they were into very different level of companies where they are enjoying different level of benefits, great buildings, glass door, and international brands, and a lot of things, benefits they were getting it. So I also realized I should also get part of the same race, and I tried finding something for me. And when I was actually coded my first resignation in my logistics company after working close to 2 years, my boss really asked me that what is the reason behind it, why you wanted to leave. It's okay, you should move on, but just tell me the reason.
Correct.
So I was just telling him that the industry is unstructured, full of manual work, chaotic communications happens, and whatever is around me is not what is appealing me a lot. At the same time, he mentioned me that whether this is the reason to stay or this is a reason to, leave the organization.
Correct.
So that strike me very hard. And I really thought that it is all these are the reason to me stay in this logistics industry and clean up this and bring the technology in such a way that we should solve these problems, not just we should run away from these problems. I think from that day I didn't look back, and as I said, I came by chance, but then I stayed in the industry with my choice only, solving a lot of problems. I think by now we have solved more than 2000 plus different use cases over more than 2 decades now. That's what I've been like, serving this industry.
Great. I mean, wonderful. What began for you as a chance, and then you stayed in the space by your choice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really, one of a kind journey and very inspiring as well. Harvinder, I'm also aware that over the years you have developed some of the game-changing innovations in the logistics space. Like I'm aware of the IoT-based control towers. So, how do you see technology like this changing the way logistic operations are done these days and the way they are managed? Compared to what it was or what the scenario was a decade ago.
Right. I think that's a great question. Actually, if you really look into the core requirement of logistics, that
Hmm.
haven't changed much, I would say.
Right.
We still wanted to move good faster, safer, and at the lower cost. That is our key objective most of the time, that the good which we are carrying from one location to another location reach safely at the consignee level. And but we have changed, but I realize that the problems are not changed. The only technology available to solve those problems is change over a period of time. And at that time, I think we have very limited tools. If we have to follow the driver, we are used to call the driver, and that too, very few drivers have a mobile phones also. And over a period of time, I think you must aware of telematics technology where you can see your things coming towards, you can see things driving, you can see your consignment with the exact location and all. So what change has happened is like, at that moment, ecosystem was not ready. There was a low computing power, limited internet was there,
Right.
and awareness issues were also there. Whatever technology we tried to build, most of the time that technology stays in paper only. That was our key challenge. But now with I think in last decade there is a huge change where the affordable cloud platforms are there, IoT devices are there. Nowadays, if you talk about my trucks have more than 10 to 12 sensors within the trucks, which are generating value data from it. That's
Correct.
what we have built IoT based control tower, which takes all this data from different sensors and giving me live tracking of vehicles. Not just live tracking, it give me, driver performance insights also, which we are monitoring on a real time basis. Proactive alerts of, delays happening, any risk which is happening on the road. Not only that, I think we have reached to the stage of predictive planning using AI also. So I would say what is now change here, Simran, is the speed, scale, and accuracy of execution have reached to the next level, but still solving this same problem with innovative way, I would say.
Great. And along these lines, you have also spoken about creating a balance between technology and business outcomes. When we talk about innovation, how do you ensure that, a concept like digital transformation, it's not just limited to IT departments, but it actually resonates the broader business goals or the broader vision of business outcomes?
Right. I think that's a very important question. Most of organizations are moving towards this digital transformation. And I personally believe that technology alone does not bring any impact unless it is aligned with the business.
Correct.
Right. What I have learned over years that, tech should never built in isolation. Most of my peer friends I've seen like, IT department is working in silos. I think first step in digital transformation is deeply understand the business pain point. And I always ask that what problem are we solving? How
Correct.
will it make the life better for my users? I think bringing that problem on board, discussing where the actual users bring the right solution for it. Most of the time, what happens is how I bridge that gap. I don't bring my IT innovations as a tool for them because that is what users hate about it. I bring a solution for them. When we bring them as a solution, we make it part of it. It really become easy for us for adoption also. And most of the time, earlier I have seen when we were not involving people, they come up saying that, IT did this. If still they will tell that IT did that, they will never adopt. They should change their mindset from IT did this innovation, from this innovation helped me to do my better job, right? This is a mindset change. We work very, very closely where end users are saying that I have got something which is changing my work style, which is bringing efficiency to my work style. Not just they are saying that it's a new tool which is IT is, putting on us. So from that way, I think we have changed that mindset, and that helped us a lot as well.
Wonderful. Well, again, if I may ask, from my understanding, Mr. Banga, logistics, what I see is a traditionally conservative industry, and especially when we talk about embracing change or adopting new tech for that matter. From your point of view, what has been the most challenging part of driving digital transformation and, right from bringing everyone on board, especially from the ground level and driving the journey entirely? How has it been so far? Any key challenges that you have come across?
Yeah, I think that's very logistics is deeply operational. People
Correct.
are used to working in certain way for years. And so yes, resistance to change is the biggest challenge, especially at the ground level. The toughest part is not building the technology, is winning their trust. Right. As I mentioned in my previous answer also, that we have to bring them, onboard them in part of the any implementation. We should not force the change. We should make them part of the change. I think that's where we can solve those issues. So what we are doing here is really we are involving them from a day one of requirement,
Correct.
and they are part of each and every phases of my development till UAT, feedback, testing, training, and everything. And we make train the trainer also from that user community only, not from IT perspective. And at the same time, this is something for my business and operational people. But at the same time, I guide my IT guys also to touch the ground again and again, because I don't want my IT sitting just within the AC rooms and just building the development. They should go on the field. They should look at the pain of the actual people who are on the ground, including drivers, laborers, at warehouses, at hubs. When they're building a solution, they should prepare a solution in such a way which is easy to adopt for them, and they should become a part of the solution, not just putting solution on the business. So I guess technology drives change, but people drive the adoption. That is formula I go with.
Right. And I think looking ahead, when we talk about businesses these days, even logistics for that matter, this sector is increasingly focused on the sustainability aspect as well. So how do you think, technology, especially like in IoT and AI, will help this industry reduce its carbon footprint and also, improve the sustainability aspect or focus the sustainability part of it in the supply chain?
Right. So it's again very important question. So I would tell you a small thing that in one of my organization, in logistic organization only, there was a celebration happen for every kilometer we save. Right. So you can imagine we are moving our trucks for lakhs of kilometer every day. Right. And if we save, let's suppose 5,000 kilometer a day, it's a direct saving for me, and at
Correct.
the same time it's a eco-friendly things also for me. So
Correct.
from that perspective, I think we have done a lot of development on that side, from IoT sensors as well as AI based technologies, which have helped us monitoring the fuel usage in real time basis. We are also tracking idle time, harsh braking, overspeeding, the way drivers drives the truck. Based on that also, it matters that what is the consumptions going on for fuel, and more we save fuel, more we are eco-friendly. At the same time, optimizing the temperatures, optimizing the routes, getting the best efficiency out of the routes, all these because of the latest AI based technology and IoT devices which we have fitted in the truck. Now IoT is something which we have already been doing for last 1 decade, and now we have layered AI also top of it, where we are making these, IoT data coming from IoT devices more smarter and bringing more data-driven decision making for my operational people, bringing the control tower where you can do a planning for better routes. Most of the time, what happens in our industry is empty lanes when we are returning from one location. then empty runs happens. So we have reduced a lot of empty runs just because of bringing the AI based technology. Vehicle got stuck on the way. So with the predictive vehicle maintenance, we have solved that problem also, where the breakdown is reduced drastically. So from that perspective, I think whatever driver was facing problem on the road earlier, now we are solving those problems even remotely from our control tower, which is based on the AI as well as the IoT devices which we have fitted on the truck. That's why I think the whole landscape is evolved for us now.
So, would it be okay to assume that logistics for every business that is into logistics space, sustainability, it is of core relevance, it is of core importance?
Correct, correct. Truly. So, reducing idling, empty kilometers,
Correct.
improving vehicle productivity, and, promoting eco-friendly driving behavior. All these have become a key for any, logistics player.
Great. And lastly, with all the rapid changes that are happening in the tech space, a lot of technologies coming in, and alongside in the logistics area as well. What is one piece of advice or any best practices that you would like to give to our fellow leaders today or your peers as well? With all the rapid changes that is happening around the space, any best practices?
Sure. So I think try to give more than one, but one which I really followed is I think I would say to my peers and other aspired leaders that don't just learn technology, learn people, learn businesses, and most importantly, keep learning yourself. I
Correct.
think technology is always keep changing. What's new today may become irrelevant in next 2 years or so. So we have to stay constant and adopt new technology, curiosity about what is happening in the ground and bringing the innovation as we move forward. I think one great advice I really wanted to give to my friends, what I have seen nowadays trend has shift to be more towards a KPI and KRA, especially towards KRA. So I would say that if you have to grow at next level, please don't let scope define you. Let impact define you. So work towards the impact. Don't work toward the scope. Work beyond KRA. That is, I think, my key advice to all the aspiring leaders.
Great. I mean, I think leaders from across all the sectors can definitely take this piece of advice, and I'm sure besides that, there's a lot to take away from this session as well. So, once again, Mr. Banga, thank you so much for taking some time and joining us today and providing your incredible insights in today's episode.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Simran, for having me. That's
Thank
great
you. Thank you
platform.
so much.
Thank you.
And while we wrap up, I most certainly look forward to connecting with you again, perhaps on a different conversation for a different discussion.
Sure. Anytime. Thanks a
Sure.
lot once again. Yeah.
Thank you.